You are listening to Housekeepers Chat by the United States Department of Agriculture from 1927. Disclaimer: this is read from a historic archive document. Do not assume content reflects current scientific knowledge, policies, or practices.
This broadcast was aired on Tuesday, the 1st of February of 1927.
How to prepare a meal for unexpected company, including menu, recipes, and table decorations, is discussed in the Housekeepers Chat today. Everything in the program has the approval of the United States Bureau of Home Economics.
Welcome to the Homemaker Show, where useful tips and recipes flow. From Aunt Sammy with love so true, and the Department of Agriculture too.
Gather round and take a seat.
We've got everything you need to eat. Practical info for your home. Recipes to keep you strong. For your family, day and night. We'll guide you right with all our might.
Before I got up this morning, and I am a fairly early riser, the telephone rang. "Hello," I said sleepily, and not very cheerfully. I never feel cheerful early in the morning before daylight.
"Hello,"
Answered an excited voice.
is this Aunt Sammy?
Yes, at least that's what a good many people call me.
Will you help me, Aunt Sammy? I am in grave trouble. Disaster looms ahead.
"I'll be right over," said I. "Give me your address. Is the house on fire, or has someone kidnapped the children?"
Nothing so trite as that. My cousin from the West Indies has just sent me a telegram. He and his wife are on their way here and will be my dinner guests today. I never in this world can prepare a company dinner without your help. I haven't time to do any marketing, because I must straighten the house. What shall I do?
"Calm yourself," said I, "and tell me what foods you have on hand. That's always the first thing to do. In the case of unexpected company, calm yourself, then take stock of the food in the pantry and storeroom,"
Oh dear.
wailed the lady.
There isn't a thing in the house but some apples and cabbage, and a can of string beans, and some canned pears, and a cream cheese, and some eggs, flour, sugar, and chocolate. Oh yes, and a small glass of currant jelly. And no time to go to market. Isn't that disheartening?
"Not at all," I answered. "Glad you mentioned the currant jelly, though. That solves the problem. We shall build the dinner around a small glass of currant jelly. A roast shoulder of lamb would go nicely with the currant jelly. A roast shoulder of lamb with bread stuffing. You won't need to buy a thing but a shoulder of lamb." As soon as I said that, the lady screamed. She was so upset, the poor thing.
Listen,
Said she in despair.
I don't have anything else but cabbage and apples. And you know I can't serve plain applesauce and common boiled cabbage to people from the West Indies.
"Perhaps not," I said, "but you might serve cabbage and apples baked together,"
Why, I never heard.
said the lady when I interrupted her. "That's all right. I'm in charge of affairs now. Just hold the phone a minute while I get my recipes and a coat to throw over my shoulders. It's rather chilly this morning." In 1 minute, I had collected my recipes and closed the door to my room, still like a refrigerator from the open windows. Then, "Are you there?" I asked.
Yes, Aunt Sammy.
Answered a doleful voice. I think she was crying. "Find a pencil and 2 or 3 sheets of paper." "All right. First, write down this menu: roast stuffed shoulder of lamb, baked cabbage and apples, string beans, currant jelly, pear salad, and chocolate pie. Does that sound good enough for company, or for a Sunday dinner?"
Yes,
quavered the lady.
but I'm not much of a cook.
"I guessed that," said I. "But don't let it worry you. Now, since you've decided to be sensible and make the best use of what you have in the house, let's cook it. As soon as the stores are open, have your husband, or whoever runs your errands, buy a shoulder of lamb. The shoulder meat is tender and of good flavor. Most people say the shoulder has the best flavor of any cut. The whole piece is generally lighter in weight than a leg of lamb and sells for less per pound. Be sure to have the butcher take out the shoulder blade, so the roast will be easier to carve. Fill the cavity with bread stuffing. Here is the recipe for bread stuffing. Are you listening?
Yes, Aunt Sammy.
It seemed to me that her voice had grown more steady. For the bread stuffing, you will need 7 ingredients as follows: 2 cups dry breadcrumbs, 1/2 teaspoon onion juice, 4 to 6 tablespoons butter, 1 teaspoon parsley or celery tops chopped fine, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1/8 teaspoon pepper. A small amount of time. I shall repeat the 7 ingredients: 2 cups dry breadcrumbs, 1/2 teaspoon onion juice, 4 to 6 tablespoons butter, 1 teaspoon parsley or celery tops chopped fine, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1/8 teaspoon pepper. A small amount of time. The bread stuffing is very easy to make. Simply melt the butter, add the other ingredients, and mix them well together. Next, put this stuffing in the lamb shoulder, where the shoulder blade was removed. After the stuffing is in the cavity, sew the edges together, and place the meat in a baking pan, rub salt and pepper and flour all over the outside of the meat. Then brown the meat thoroughly, in a little fat, in a hot oven. Cook the meat from 2 to 3 hours in a slow oven. You do not need to baste the meat. Serve it piping hot. So much for the meat. Next on the list is or are baked cabbage and apples. Are you ready to write the recipe for baked cabbage and apples?
Yes, indeed.
Baked cabbage and apples require 4 ingredients, besides the cabbage and apples. That makes 6 as follows: 2 quarts shredded cabbage, 1 teaspoon sugar, 1 quart sliced apples, 2 teaspoons salt, 2 to 4 tablespoons butter, 1 cup buttered crumbs. Check the ingredients while I repeat: 2 quarts shredded cabbage, 1 teaspoon sugar, 1 quart sliced apples, 2 teaspoons salt, 2 to 4 tablespoons butter, 1 cup buttered crumbs. Grease a baking dish. Make a layer of cabbage, then of apple. Sprinkle with sugar, salt, and dot with butter. Repeat until all the vegetables and other ingredients are used. On the last layer, place the buttered crumbs. Cover and bake until the cabbage and apples are tender. Remove the top of the baking dish so the crumbs can brown. Serve from the dish. Next, you will open the string beans with a can opener.
Please, Aunt Sammy.
Interrupted the lady.
I know how to open a can of string beans.
I beg your pardon, said I. I knew a lady once who never could decide which end of a can to open. Let me tell you this, though. Be sure to boil your string beans for 10 minutes before you add the seasonings. With the meat and vegetables taken care of, we're ready for the salad. Those canned pears you spoke of so slightingly are going to be made into a salad. A salad with a tasty new kind of cream cheese dressing. Are you still listening?
Oh yes, and I feel much better.
That's fine. I want to give you the recipe for cheese dressing for salads. You can use it on the canned pear salad. For the cheese dressing, you will need 1 Neuchâtel or cream cheese, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1/2 cup salad oil, 3 to 4 tablespoons lemon juice. For seasoning, Tabasco sauce, onion juice, a bit of garlic or grated horseradish. Now I'll check the ingredients with you. 1 Neuchâtel or cream cheese, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1/2 cup salad oil, 3 to 4 tablespoons lemon juice. For seasoning, Tabasco sauce, onion juice, a bit of garlic or grated horseradish. Mash up the cheese, add the oil, and beat with a Dover egg beater until thoroughly mixed. Add the other ingredients, and continue to beat until the mixture is smooth and creamy. Use this dressing in the same way as mayonnaise or any other salad dressing. For fruit salads, it is particularly delicious if whipped cream is added. That finishes the salad. Are you ready for the dessert?
Sure.
She was actually whistling to herself. I could hear it. For the chocolate pie filling, you will need 8 ingredients. 2 cups milk, 1 square chocolate unsweetened, 2 eggs, 6 tablespoons sugar, 2½ tablespoons cornstarch, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon butter, 1/2 teaspoon vanilla. That's 8, is it not? You have only 7? Something wrong. I'll say them again. 2 cups milk, 1 square chocolate unsweetened, 2 eggs, 6 tablespoons sugar, 2½ tablespoons cornstarch, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon butter, 1/2 teaspoon vanilla. Melt the chocolate over steam and pour it into the scalded milk. Mix the cornstarch and the sugar and add them to the hot milk and beat until smooth. Allow the cornstarch mixture to cook in the double boiler for 10 minutes. Remove from the fire, add the butter, salt, and the beaten egg yolks and the vanilla. Fill the pre-baked pie crust with the mixture. Cover the top with a meringue. The meringue is made of 2 egg whites, beaten stiffly, 2 tablespoons sugar, 1/4 teaspoon vanilla, and a pinch of salt. Bake the pie in a slow oven for about 20 minutes, or until the meringue is brown. There you are. A fine roast lamb dinner and directions for cooking everything. Please check your menu while I repeat it. Roast stuffed shoulder of lamb, baked cabbage and apples, string beans, fresh or canned, currant jelly or perhaps mint jelly or a sour relish, canned pear salad with cheese dressing, chocolate pie, and coffee,
Thank you so much,
said the lady.
Now if I only had a small decoration for the table. Don't you think that would help, Aunt Sammy?
Undoubtedly. What do you have in the line of table decorations?
Nothing but a pink geranium in a pot and 2 pink candles left over from the holidays. Would they do?
That will be splendid. In fact, a spicy pink geranium is just the decoration for a roast lamb dinner. Put the pink geranium in the center of the table. The pink candles in simple glass candlesticks will look very nice, one on each side of the pink geranium,
You are such a help,
said the lady.
I hope your arm isn't tired, holding the receiver so long.
Not at all, said I. Don't mention it. And she hung up, before I had a chance to tell her about the radio cookbooks, which I'm so proud of. Perhaps she'll call again for more advice. I also meant to tell her to save any leftover roast lamb for luncheon the next day. She might not think of it. Cold roast lamb is very good too with. But that's another menu, and I've done my stint for today. Please send in your suggestions for February recipes right away, so I can plan the programs ahead.
From the kitchen to the floor, we'll help you handle every chore. With a smile, and helping hand, making life both sweet and grand.
Gather round and take a seat.
We've got everything you need to eat. Practical info for your home. Recipes to keep you strong. For your family, day and night. We'll guide you right with all our might.
This broadcast was researched and produced by BreakAway Empire LLC.